Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of peace in your home, almost as if a comforting presence was watching over you? What if I told you that this feeling, along with a series of other extraordinary experiences, could be signs that angels are quietly at work in your life? You may think it's all coincidence, but divine signs often appear in the most unexpected ways. From sudden temperature shifts to mysterious fragrances and flicker of lights, these spiritual manifestations are reminders that you're never truly alone. These signs are more than just random events. They are messages from heavenly beings, guides who protect and lead us through the challenges of life. In this video, I'll show you how to recognize these miraculous indicators and understand their deeper meaning. Whether it's a synchronistic event or a comforting dream, the presence of angels is often closer than you think. Have you ever walked into a room and felt a wave of calm wash over you, as if the very air was infused with tranquility? That profound sense of peace could very well be a divine sign, a subtle whisper from heavenly beings letting you know they are near. Angels, those celestial messengers, often bring an almost unexplainable serenity into our lives. Picture this. You come home after a chaotic day and suddenly the tension dissolves as you step through the door. That inner calm isn't a coincidence. It's a sacred phenomenon. This deep peace can arrive during times of stress, offering a respite from worry. Perhaps you're facing a difficult decision or navigating a challenging period in your life. Suddenly, a wave of serenity overcomes you, providing clarity and a sense of hope. This isn't mere wishful thinking. It's a tangible shift in your emotional state, a sign of divine signs and heavenly messages. It's a reminder that even in the midst of storms, there is an anchor of peace available to us, a connection to something larger than ourselves. Biblical stories often depict moments of profound peace experienced by those who encountered celestial messengers. Think of the story of Elijah, who found solace in the quiet whisper of God after a tumultuous experience, or the story of Daniel in the lion's den that also illustrates how, despite imminent danger, Daniel remained calm and composed, supported by his faith and the presence of divine guardians. These scriptural accounts remind us that peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but a powerful presence that can sustain us through any trial. This tranquility, this serenity, this inner calm is a gift, a miraculous indicator of divine presence. This sense of peace often precedes other divine signs, as if paving the way for something extraordinary. It's a gentle reminder that heavenly beings are ever present, orchestrating miraculous indicators in subtle ways. As you bask in this tranquility, you might begin noticing other phenomena, perhaps a faint light flickering where there's no logical source. This transition from inner calm to external manifestations marks the start of a deeper journey into recognizing angelic presence. Have you ever noticed a flicker of light out of the corner of your eye when no apparent source is present? Or perhaps a sudden, inexplicable glow that seems to emanate from nowhere? These lights and glows can be spiritual manifestations, miraculous indicators, often interpreted as divine signs of angels nearby. These heavenly beings often use light as a language to communicate with us, offering reassurance and hope. Imagine standing in your hallway at night and catching a glimpse of a radiant glow near a corner, only to realize there's no lamp or candle nearby. These sacred phenomena are more common than you might think. Many describe these glows as having a warmth, not just in color, but in feeling, as if the light itself carries a sense of tranquility and divine comfort. It might appear as a flicker or even as streaks of light that vanish when you try to focus on them. These moments are not meant to scare or confuse you. They're like celestial messengers, reminding you that you're not alone. Some even say these lights align with biblical stories, where angels are often depicted as radiant beings surrounded by heavenly luminescence. If you've experienced such lights, you might wonder what to do next. A practical step is to create an inviting space for these spiritual manifestations. Consider lighting a candle or placing a crystal in a sunlit spot to amplify the natural play of light in your home. While these actions don't summon angels, they cultivate a space of reverence and readiness, making it easier to tune into the synchronistic events happening around you. As these glows become more frequent, pay attention to their timing and placement. Are they showing up when you're feeling distressed or seeking answers? Often these heavenly messages are sent as a response to your inner state. From here, the signs can grow more intricate, evolving into phenomena like sudden temperature changes or gentle touches. But for now, let's pause and appreciate the beauty of these glimmers. Small yet profound reminders of divine guardians watching over you. Another fascinating sign that angels might be present in your home is the experience of sudden temperature changes. These aren't just ordinary fluctuations in temperature. They are often described as sudden waves of warmth or coolness that seem to have no logical explanation. One might be sitting in a perfectly climate-controlled room and suddenly feel a warm, comforting breeze or an unexpected chill that raises goosebumps. These spiritual manifestations can be interpreted as divine signs, indicating the close proximity of celestial messengers. The divine guardians often use these sacred phenomena to make their presence known. These temperature changes might coincide with other signs, like celestial music or synchronistic events. Some people recount moments when the air turned cold, right before a miraculous indicator appeared, like a sudden resolution to a long-standing problem. It's as if angels use these subtle shifts to nudge us toward awareness, gently reminding us of their role as protectors and guides. And much like in scriptural accounts, these phenomena often occur when we least expect them. In some scriptural accounts, sudden changes in the environment accompany divine encounters. For example, the story of Moses receiving the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai describes a scene of fire, smoke, and trembling, indicating a powerful shift in the natural order. While not always as dramatic, these temperature changes can serve as a reminder of the power and presence of the divine. In the book of Psalms, it is written, "He makes winds his messengers, flames of fire his servants." Psalm 104:4. This verse highlights the use of natural elements by divine entities to communicate their presence. If you experience these temperature changes, pay attention to the context. What were you thinking or feeling at the time? Were you praying, meditating, or simply going about your day? Reflecting on these experiences can provide valuable insights into the messages the angels may be trying to convey. It's a way of connecting with the tranquility and serenity that these heavenly beings represent. It's a reminder of the angels and divine guardians that watch over us. Another remarkable sign that angels may be present in your home is the detection of sweet, unexplainable fragrances. These are not your typical household scents. They often manifest as sudden, pleasant aromas that seem to have no earthly origin. One might catch a whiff of flowers, incense, or other delightful scents that appear out of nowhere. These spiritual manifestations are often interpreted as divine signs, subtle cues that celestial messengers are among us. The divine guardians sometimes use these sacred phenomena to convey heavenly messages of comfort and love. These spiritual manifestations often occur during moments of reflection or prayer. For example, you might notice a sudden scent of jasmine while meditating or reading sacred texts. These heavenly messages aren't bound by logic. They defy explanations, much like the celestial music that some also report hearing during such moments. These fragrances can be seen as reminders to pause, breathe deeply, and realign with a sense of divine tranquility. In some biblical stories, fragrant offerings were used as a way to connect with the divine. The burning of incense, for example, was a common practice in ancient temples, symbolizing prayers rising to heaven. These scriptural accounts remind us that scents have long been associated with spiritual experiences. It's a way of connecting with the tranquility and serenity that these heavenly beings represent. Such phenomena often feel deeply personal, like a spiritual hug tailored just for you. They're gentle nudges, suggesting that you are loved, watched over, and never truly alone. These moments of aromatic serenity frequently lead to even more vivid signs, like dreams and visions that bring clarity and direction. From these subtle fragrances, we step into the realm of the subconscious, where messages unfold with remarkable precision. Sometimes the presence of angels unfolds most clearly in our dreams and visions. These are not your everyday fleeting thoughts. They carry a profound weight, as if heavenly beings are speaking directly to your soul. For instance, you might dream of a radiant figure offering words of comfort or guidance, leaving you with a sense of peace upon waking. These divine signs often feel so vivid and real that they linger in your mind, prompting reflection. In biblical stories, for example in Genesis, Jacob's dream of a ladder to heaven where angels ascended and descended is one of the many scriptural accounts that shows the importance of dreams. Dreams and visions are a language angels often use when we're most receptive, while our conscious mind is at rest. Have you ever awakened with a sudden realization or solution to a problem that had you stumped? Such moments are often synchronistic events, carefully orchestrated to provide clarity or direction. Some people report seeing guardian angels in their dreams, their presence accompanied by lights and glows, or even celestial music that resonates deeply. In Matthew 2:13, an angel appeared to Joseph in a dream, warning him to flee to Egypt with Mary and Jesus, thus protecting them from Herod's decree. Keeping a dream journal can be a helpful way to track and interpret these messages. As soon as you wake up, write down everything you remember about your dream, no matter how fragmented or nonsensical it may seem. Over time, you may begin to notice patterns and recurring themes, providing valuable insights into your spiritual journey. This practice can help you connect with the tranquility and serenity that these heavenly beings represent. It's a reminder of the angels and divine guardians that watch over us. If you experience particularly vivid or meaningful dreams and visions, take time to reflect on their meaning. Pray for guidance and understanding, asking your guardian angels to clarify any confusing aspects. These dreams and visions can be a powerful tool for personal growth and spiritual development, offering a glimpse into the divine realm and the heavenly messages intended for you. As you grow attuned to these signs, you'll notice how they align with other indicators, such as synchronistic events, weaving a web of heavenly guidance around your life. Synchronistic events are one of the most fascinating ways angels communicate with us. These are moments where life's puzzle pieces fall into place in ways that seem too perfect to be mere coincidence. Perhaps you've been thinking about a loved one and they call you out of the blue, or you've prayed for guidance and stumble upon a book that answers your exact question. These miraculous indicators are often subtle nudges from celestial messengers, guiding you toward clarity and purpose. Many describe these events as having an uncanny timing, as if orchestrated by an unseen hand. For example, imagine being late to an appointment, but finding that the delay saved you from being in harm's way, a clear sign of divine guardians at work. These synchronistic moments often come with a sense of awe and reassurance, reminding us of the sacred phenomena at play in our lives. They are like threads in a grand tapestry, each moment carefully woven by heavenly beings to support our journey. In biblical stories, we see numerous examples of synchronicity, where seemingly unrelated events come together to fulfill a divine purpose. The story of Joseph, for example, is filled with such events, leading him from slavery to a position of power in Egypt. The concept of synchronicity aligns with the biblical notion that there is a time and purpose for everything under heaven, as stated in Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. To notice these events, it's essential to stay present and mindful. Begin by observing the patterns and connections in your daily life. If a song, number, or even a stranger's kind words keep recurring, consider what message might be hidden in them. As you recognize these synchronistic events, you'll notice they often build on one another, creating a chain of divine connections. A conversation might lead to an opportunity, or an unexpected delay could place you in the right place at the right time. These moments are gentle reminders that you are never alone, and they often pave the way for even more intimate experiences, such as the feeling of gentle touches that follow as if an angel is reaching out. There are moments when angelic presence feels almost tangible, manifesting as gentle touches or sensations that defy logical explanation. You might feel a soft brush on your shoulder when you're alone, or a warm pressure on your hand during prayer. These divine signs are deeply personal, as though a celestial messenger is offering reassurance directly. The Bible often describes such encounters, as in Isaiah 41:10, where God reminds us, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." These experiences can occur during significant emotional moments, perhaps when you're grieving or facing uncertainty. A sudden touch, like a warm embrace, might remind you that you're not facing the challenge alone. Many people report feeling a hand on their back during moments of prayer or contemplation, as if a guardian angel is standing by. These spiritual manifestations are often accompanied by a profound sense of peace and protection, leaving no doubt of their divine origin. To become more aware of such experiences, nurture your sensitivity to the unseen. Spend time in quiet reflection, perhaps with a scripture like Psalm 91:11, which promises, "For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways." Creating an environment of stillness helps you attune to these subtle indicators, whether they come as a physical touch, a soft breeze, or even the sensation of being lightly hugged. Gentle touches often signify protection and care, acting as reminders of the presence of divine guardians. These moments may seem fleeting, but they leave an indelible mark on your spirit. Such sensations often foreshadow profound interventions, like being shielded from harm or guided away from danger. These protective gestures pave the way for deeper understanding and awareness of how angels actively guard our lives from evil influences. One of the most profound signs of angelic presence is their ability to shield us from evil. It is often said that angels, as divine guardians, act as protectors, keeping harm at bay in ways that may go unnoticed at first. These heavenly beings guard our hearts and minds, intervening when danger looms. In Psalm 34:7 it's written, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them." Such protection is a testament to the unwavering presence of angels in our lives, guiding us and shielding us from negative forces. This protection isn't always as dramatic as we might imagine. Often it comes in the form of an unexplained feeling of safety or a sudden change in circumstances that prevents harm. Perhaps you narrowly avoid an accident, or you were about to make a decision that could have led you into a harmful situation, but something made you pause or reconsider. That moment of hesitation, it's likely a divine intervention, an angelic whisper guiding you toward a safer path. If you seek this protection, strengthen your connection with the divine. Prayer, meditation, and reading sacred texts like Ephesians 6:11. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes, can act as tools to invite the presence of guardian angels into your life. These practices not only invite peace, but also align you with divine protection, creating a spiritual shield around you. As you begin to recognize these protective signs, you'll notice how they intertwine with other divine manifestations. The feeling of safety might be accompanied by subtle signs, like lights or the scent of sweet fragrances, reinforcing the presence of angelic beings. These indicators remind us that we are watched over, and our spiritual safety is always a priority in the divine plan. But as this protection grows, it's only a matter of time before you experience the most divine connection of all, the pure, unshakable bond with the divine source. Divine connections are perhaps the most powerful sign of angelic presence in our lives. These connections go beyond simple interactions. They are the spiritual links that draw us closer to the divine, to our true purpose, and to the angels guiding us. They provide a deep sense of connection to something larger than yourself, a feeling of being part of a universal plan, and feeling deeply connected to the spiritual realm. As we cultivate our awareness, we start to recognize these divine guardians in our everyday lives, each connection strengthening our faith and connection to the heavenly realm, bringing an overwhelming sense of divine comfort, peace, and tranquility. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid." John 14:27. This divine connection can manifest as a deep sense of purpose, a feeling that you are here for a reason. It can also manifest as a strong intuition, a knowing that guides you on your path. These experiences can be interpreted as a direct link to the divine, a confirmation that you are part of a larger plan. It's a way of experiencing the celestial music of the spheres, a harmonious resonance with the universe. Biblical stories are filled with examples of individuals who experienced profound divine connections. The prophets, for instance, felt a direct connection to God, receiving messages and guidance that shaped the course of history. These scriptural accounts remind us that this connection is available to all of us, regardless of our background or beliefs. These connections often grow stronger over time as we become more aware of the subtle signs that guide us. You may find yourself noticing patterns in your life, seeing the same people, places, or events show up again and again. It's a sign that the angels are connecting you to something greater. The more you embrace these divine manifestations, the clearer your path becomes, and the deeper your connection with the divine source grows, leading to an enriched and purposeful life. Now that you've discovered the many ways angels communicate with us, it's time to take a deeper look at your own life and the signs around you. Are you noticing the subtle shifts in energy, the synchronistic events, and the comforting presence that surround you? These divine connections are not just coincidental. They are a powerful invitation to connect with your spiritual guides and trust that you are always protected. As you move forward, remember that angels are with you in every step, every decision, and every challenge. Pay attention to the small signs. Whether it's the sudden warmth in the air, a sweet fragrance, or the reassuring feeling that someone is watching over you. These experiences are meant to guide you, protect you, and bring peace to your heart. So what will you do with this knowledge? Will you open your heart and mind to the messages the angels are sending? If you're ready to embrace this divine comfort and protection, make sure to take action today. And if you want to continue learning about how angels can transform your life, be sure to subscribe and activate notifications. There's a wealth of knowledge waiting to be uncovered, and our spiritual journey together is just beginning. Let's continue exploring the fascinating world of spiritual manifestations and deepen your connection with the divine.